Welcome to the Saturday edition of Beer for Breakfast Morning Show. I wrote a new intro. I want you to tell me if you like it or not. Peace out, bitches.
Well, it's 7:10 in the morning, and the screen's lit bright. Two guys from Lake Placid, they're the start of your daylight. Tim's got the tools and Ron's got the tails, talking wrenches, fishing rods, and beer by the pails. It's the beer for breakfast, the only way to go. With two-man Tim and obscure Ron, you know you'll love the show. Grab a coffee, crack a brew, and pull up a chair. They'll fix your eye, crack a joke, and talk about fresh air. Tim's the legend of the toolbox, fixing anything that's broke. Ron's got the quirks and the laughs, keeps us all in the joke. From auto hacks to fishing facts, they're the kings of YouTube land. With a morning vibe and a can of beer, you'll always understand. It's the beer for breakfast, the only way to go. With two-man Tim and obscure Ron, you know you'll love the show. Grab a coffee, crack a brew, and pull up a chair. They'll fix your eye, crack a joke, and talk about fresh air. From socket sets to story bets, they're rough and they're real. Small engine dreams and hunting schemes, they've got that manly appeal. You might learn a trick or two, or laugh so hard you cry. With the Lake Placid legends, the morning just flies by. It's the beer for breakfast, the only way to go. With Toolman Tim and Obscure Ron, you know you'll love the show. From Lake Placid to your screen, they're the dudes to see. So crack a beer, tune in here, it's the way morning should be. Alright Ron, pass me that socket wrench and don't spill the beer. Tim, you gotta earn this one. Tell me what about the gator again.
Play that party, boys.
Well, that wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Kind of a happy morning thought.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
It lifts up, sometimes, you need to brighten the,
Lighten the mood a little.
lighten the mood a little. And,
Yeah, we had the pumpkin pie hangover yesterday. Too much food, not enough sleep.
I'll tell you, Tim was ready to do the show, and I said, I hid in my house and hoped that he didn't see me. Quite frankly, I just wasn't feeling it. And if I'm not feeling it, there ain't no
Not much point in
there ain't
thinking
no
it.
there ain't no sense in the craziness. We'll get back to our national anthem tomorrow, but I was just trying out the new song. And if you want to hear the new song again, tell me. I'll play that shit.
Yeah,
I like
let us know if you like it or you
Yeah.
like the other one better.
Yeah, let us know. There were fish out on the canal this morning. I need to do a Lake Placid, not a Lake Placid, but a Lake Okeechobee fishing report. It's cool. The specks are biting. The specks are biting on beetle jugs or beetle spins and
Juice.
yeah, beetle juice and minnows and grass shrimp. But for some reason, you can't find grass shrimp anywhere in this area of Florida. I've never seen no shit like it. But you can't find them. You can go catch them. If it's real grassy and you got a sturdy net, you can go catch them.
But nobody sells them.
I can't find anybody that sells them.
Let's try the place next to Rodney. He's got a
Yeah.
little bait store out.
I've tried him. I've tried just about everybody. And live bait isn't really a worm. That's everyone
No.
says live bait, so you go in there and get a worm.
No, you want like shiners and
And I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those guys that fish for sport. I don't throw a lure out there for 16 hours every day, and a $55,000 bass boat. I just go find me a bank somewhere with I take me a cane pole and a pack of the livers and catch anything I want.
A 6-pack.
Always a 6-pack. Sometimes you got to get a 12-pack to keep the other 6 cool.
Well, that's true.
Your ice melts so fast,
Got to keep everything working.
But yeah, it's
I found that true with my expensive cooler there.
Yeah.
If I just put a bag of ice in that cooler, it melts overnight to where it's got a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I throw 6 or 8 gears in the bottom of that, even if they're warm, that ice seems to stay a lot better and longer. I don't understand it.
I think it's just,
and maybe that particular brand of cooler, because they say you have to like pre-season them, like get them cooler before they really hold.
They
$300 cooler is supposed to hold ice for like a year.
What, that thing?
No, my good one.
Oh. I didn't see that one. But
what the hell brand is that expensive one?
Fucking Yeti.
Yeti, that's it.
That's what they, no offense, they see you coming.
Oh, yeah. $300 for that. They ain't very big.
Yeah, I've looked at them when we would do a lot of hog hunting. All my friends had them. They had better jobs than I did. The military doesn't pay as well as people think.
No.
You drop $300 on a cooler and you're in the military, you're stealing ammo and selling it to somebody. I would never do that.
They have coolers up at the Carly Lynn's bar. To know the bar, you wouldn't know by the name. The sign up front just says the bar.
Oh wow, I'd go there.
It's on 27. But they have Yeti coolers that are about half as big as this door. And they're expensive.
I've got a friend that lives in Texas, of course, and I'm telling you, this is not our door. This is a work desk, sir.
Well, it was a door originally.
It was repurposed because we do crafts. Anyway, we crafted. We got an old metal door with a solid core, and I put 4 legs on it. Saved myself about $300 from us having to put a fucking desk together. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to say that. This is not saying fuck is really hard for me. I'm trying. Tim has got the decorum. I've got the military mouth. But hey, a lot's going on this weekend. Well, in December, because Santa Claus is coming. And Tuesday, December 3rd at 5 p.m. is the second annual holiday events markets. It's at the Journal Plaza, like everything is, at 231 North Main in Lake Placid. They're having the Christmas tree lighting down there.
Oh, I think that's where the chicken lady's daughter does her. She's a baker.
Oh,
she makes sweets.
Yeah.
And she has a little booth down there.
The cookie lady, you told me something like that.
Lady,
yeah.
Man, she makes good stuff.
I don't know. I like her yard. I don't know. I like her yard. But also on Friday, December 6th at 7 in Sebring is the Candyland Christmas Parade on 202 Circle Park Drive. Well, I can't be too serious.
I wonder where Circle Drive is. Is that over by the school or is it the one right downtown?
How long have we been doing this? I don't even know how to get to your house. Don't ask me directions.
You can see my house.
I know. Sometimes. I've never heard of the Neon Moon Saloon, but they're in Arcadia, and I happen to absolutely love Arcadia, Florida. I love it, I guess, because I've always been a cowboy, and I love cowboy stuff, and I love cattle, and I love cattle ranching.
That's kind of a laid-back town.
Yeah, and it's all cows, man. I mean, Arcadia is cows. Anyway, at the Neon Moon Saloon, the Jay Hair Band is going to be playing there Friday, December 6th at 8 p.m. And I've heard that they were really good. I need to talk to them about getting them on here and maybe they could rewrite our song for us. I'm not a musician. I'm just a writer.
Oh, tell them how you made that song. Neither of us can play music.
Oh, yeah.
Neither of us can sing.
No.
That's all through the computer.
I take it into a program. I write the music, or I write the song, and I suggest the music styles that I want. Then I fine-tune it, and then it'll sing the song for me.
It even puts background singers
It does.
Some of them.
Sometimes, yep. Now, this is something. No, this isn't it. There's there's these women. It's a tribute band of all women up in Avon Park at some civic theater, and it's a whole tribute of women doing women songs. You know, like Pat Benatar. I bet they don't do no Lita Ford because only Lita Ford can do Lita Ford.
There you go.
But you know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, I love Lita Ford. But all that leather in the 80s when here I was 14, 15 years old, I knew immediately that I was not a homosexual. As soon as I saw, that's what these kids need these days, man. You like, if you're questioning your sexuality, go watch some 1980s videos and just figure yourself out. If the Billy Squire one turns you on, you go that way.
Yeah.
If the one with Lita Ford drives you crazy and it makes you go take a long shower, that's
Robert Palmer girls.
oh, those were hot, weren't they?
They're hot.
He died about 20 years ago.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's the truth. It is the truth. Anyway, our Lake Placid Christmas parade is on Saturday, the 14th of December at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully, the weather will be changed and it won't be so ice cold out here. I've got a sweatshirt, a t-shirt. I've got my Benton Blunt t-shirt on. Guilty as charged. I'm probably Benton, the only one that bought your damn shirt. But I love you on American Idol, brother.
You watch that show?
I used to at the very beginning of it. Hold on. Main Avenue is the location in Lake Placid, Florida, United States.
Placid.
Oh, hold on. No, that's at the Christmas parade. Toyland Christmas through a child's eyes. Come out and see the parade Saturday, 12/14 at 7 p.m.
Yeah, it goes down Main Street.
Yeah.
Up in there, like.
It says the parade will start on the corner of Dow Hall Boulevard and Main Avenue in downtown Lake Placid. Applications available on our website. I guess they want you to fill out an application.
Yeah, you can put a float in.
Oh,
like the Moose Lodge
stuff.
stuff.
Oh, see, now if we had a pool table, we could set the laptop in front of it, hang a beer light on top of it, and pull a wagon. That could be
could be our float.
Except we'd have to hire somebody to pull a wagon because we ain't doing that, and you can't drink in public, so we can never go. I don't know what the rules are. I pour mine in a special cup anyway.
I was on the Lake Placid Moose Lodge float, and we had a cooler and everything on there. But they expect that from us.
They should. Well, I mean, it's Lake Placid. Come on, man. People come down here to retire and be left alone.
They don't call it Lake Placid for nothing.
Well, I'll tell you, but the bars are so well hidden because if it wasn't for you telling me where they're at, I wouldn't think there was a bar in this whole damn town other than Tabby's, and it's closing.
That's what I heard.
So, I mean,
you could be the new owner.
Yeah, I'd go up and check my bank account. I'm not too sure I have $2.5 million.
I don't think it's worth $2.5
million. For a business that's already a proven failure. I don't think it's been a bowling alley and it's been a restaurant, and both of them didn't do too well. So I think I'm out.
Yeah. They must own the building for that kind of money.
They might. Well, they have to. Yeah, because they're not selling the business for that.
Right. There's no way that.
But I tell you what, it's big enough. And if I had the money, gun range, indoor gun range.
You'd be the third one in this area.
Would I be? Indoor gun range are the shit. I mean,
there's one on 98. There's a couple of them, like up towards Sebring.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't go to ranges. I go to the woods. You'd be
downtown Lake Placid, shooting up the town.
It would. You just go to Orange Groves, tell the owner, I'm shooting straight down this way. Keep your workers out.
Unless you don't like him, then you send him over there to pick.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to prison over a fucking Honduran. No, thank you.
You could be like the, what was it, a vice president shot that guy when they were hunting pheasant or something?
Well, if I did it, it would be an accident.
Right? What are you saying, Ron?
Dick Cheney, come on, man.
That's who it was.
Shot it, yeah. I mean, shot it.
Yep.
Thank God they were fighting Dove.
It ended up killing him, didn't it?
No. It barely hurt if it was Dove shot.
Oh, Shit.
I mean, you got to be 2 inches away from somebody with duck shot. Even.
Might as well shoot them with a freaking BB gun.
Yeah. Hell, I believe you get more damage with some of these new BB guns they got now.
Oh yeah, some of those are pretty good.
They drop a hole in you.
That ain't your old Daisy. You're gonna put an eye out with this.
A guy got killed in Closton here 5 years ago. He was riding his bike down the road, and these little kids thought it was funny to pop him with them little airsoft BB guns.
Yeah.
And it went in and hit his liver.
Damn.
One of them killed him. They were shooting him in the back. And somebody needs to find them kids and beat the shit out of them.
What was that stupid movie where it's an old Christmas movie where the kid wants a BB gun, and he says, "You can't have that, or put your eye out, boy."
Oh yeah, A Christmas Story.
Peter Fonda in it.
With Ralphie. Was Peter Fonda with Ralphie? Ralphie was in it. He had to dress. He dressed up like a rabbit.
I didn't like that movie.
I thought it was kind of cute, man. You know.
I don't like Christmassy junk too much.
What the fuck is going on here?
But I will watch Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh no, I like that too. I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I've only seen bits and pieces of that.
You're missing a part of history, man.
I know.
That was back in like the late 50s when that first came out.
Wait, no. I'm talking about the one where the kid put his eye out with the BB gun.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've watched all the Charlie Brown. Oh man, I was hooked on Charlie Brown as a kid.
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, come on. You got the little dirty. It was everybody's group hanging out. You know, you had the little girl that needed her ass kicked. You had the boy that nobody really liked because he was the smart one, which is Charlie Brown in the end.
Yeah.
You got the little dirty scuzzy kid. I mean, they even had flies flying around the poor bastard's head.
Yeah, they called him Pigpen.
You had the Alex Jones conspiracy theorist with Linus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, always out there waiting for the great pumpkin, you know. I mean, and then you had the little black guy. He was chill. You know, everything was cool. Yeah, it was like all of our little group growing up, you know. It was like, because you always got one, you know, I guess.
It even had a dog.
Yeah, that was the best part.
And a little bird for a bird feeder.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Matter of fact, that's the Blue Jay that's out there right now. But when that one, did you hear it? When that one, the speaker played the video, the one that's out here behind us right now did the same squawk.
Yeah.
They were back and forth.
Talking to each other.
I do that with the Sandhill Cranes all the time. I'll play one of my Sandhill Crane videos and they'll do that. And the things will stop, stare right up, and start squalling.
And they flap their wings like a bunch of nutcases.
I've got a very cool video of the mating ritual of the Sandhill Crane.
Oh yeah, they dance around like
it's cool.
A bunch of nutcases.
Yeah, I've got them up there eating. It's illegal to feed Sandhill Cranes, so I was feeding the squirrels. And the Sandhill Cranes came right up on the.
You can't help it. It's just nature.
I know. That's why I don't understand.
Like, how can you get in trouble feeding squirrels because something else walked up?
You know, it's not my fault. That's why I try to tell the game warden during hunting season.
Yeah.
I'm not feeding deer. I love that one. There's one video. It's got the guy's got a big old pile of corn, and he's got a sign in the middle that says "No deer allowed."
There you go.
Turkeys only, no deer allowed.
Yeah, that would work, I bet.
I love that. I love that kind of stuff. The funny stuff makes me laugh.
Yeah, those game wardens still have a sense of humor with
Not
that.
a whole lot, no. One time we were in the Ocala National Forest, me and Tony, and I wanted to come and check trot lines because I have since I think 2003 I've had a business called Trot Line Designs, and I do art for shirts and shit, and I sell it on my website, the shirts and shit, and I like trot lines because it's easy to fish. You just run it through there and go check it every afternoon, and it's done.
Yeah.
When I got there, it was dark when we got there, and it was. I'm going to tell you, 7 game wardens there at the dock. Now this dock it's a public dock, but it's a private lake. But the game wardens built the deck there. It's a rock quarry.
Oh. But
they put it there because they have so many that they have to build because of grants they get. and so they can build it so the public can fish there if the owner agrees to it.
Kind of like the Army Corps of Engineers.
Pretty much same thing. So we go there, and this thing has been rotted down, and the ends were falling off of it. But I get there at night, and it's like all these game wardens drunk with these nice-looking women who were probably drunk. And I just sit there and gave up. Tony had that's one of those times. Tony said, "Get in the car."
Get in the car.
Because I'm like, you lazy bastards could be here fixing this fucking deck so some old person doesn't fall off of it.
Like us.
Yeah, nowadays. But I was young then. But it was nice. I had a wheelchair ramp there for it and the whole deal.
Huh.
But the whole back had fallen off, and they're all just sitting out there drinking beer, shooting the shit. I said, "Are y'all driving them big old government trucks home? Are y'all the ones driving those trucks home? Because how many beers have you had? Because I'm looking around, and them girls ain't drinking that much." That's when about that point is when Tony said, "Get in the fucking car." And when Tony uses the F word, that means you got to get in the car.
But you're not driving it.
No, I'm not driving. No, I don't. You don't want the last thing you want is me behind the wheel. And see, now because I haven't driven in so long because my eyes got so bad, even when I think I can see, I don't remember how to drive. So I can't gauge from anything. I don't.
Yeah, your depth perception.
Well, my depth perception is screwed up anyway. But I'm literally the only thing I've driven other than when I wrecked her car the other day. Well, I didn't really wreck it. I just put a tiny little ding in it. Is a tractor, and tractors you got plenty of room. It's like, I can drive in. I can drive that in a straight line. Believe it or not, I can. When I mow, it looks like I chalked it out, man. But it's crazy. It's crazy. You know that did you know we had a train museum here?
Yeah.
You actually do leave your house. I should leave the house more often.
It's not even hard to find.
I leave the house every week. Every Friday, I go and get a bottle of booze. That's it.
And that's like a mile away.
I think that I mile gauged it one time, and it's almost 3.
Yeah.
I think it's almost 3. Anyway, the Lake Placid Historical Society and Depot Museum at 12 Park Street, Lake Placid. These joyful holiday trains will offer families a 2-hour trip through the countryside aboard the decorated historic passenger train. Each ride features a visit with Santa Claus, cookies, and a commemorative gift. And that's how they can justify charging $50 for adults and $40 for a child.
Oh, isn't that crazy money?
Oh, man, they're crazy. First class, 4 top table seats for families are available for $250.
Jeez.
Yeah, check this out. And a first class lounge, 18 and over, seats are $85 per person. Hey, look, man, this is Christmas. People ain't got no damn money as it is.
They have to spend that on a little.
So now you could do something decent for the community, and everything don't got to be a profit. People, me and Tim do this for nothing unless you want to donate us some money, and the link is up there. But come on, man, you don't.
That's just highway robbery.
Christmas is not time to make well, I guess Walmart does it, but I mean, I get so sick of that shit. Everything. I mean, come on, dude. A train ride, and it's probably it says Santa. It's probably that Clewiston.
It's actually a steam train.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
So is Clewiston. Clewiston's got that new steam train that they had completely refurbished.
It may be the same one.
And they run it every weekend up and down here, but unless they're working on it.
Do you know we have a clown college here?
Yeah, I did find that place.
Huh? Oh, you're ahead of the game.
I did find that place accidentally.
That's $250 for a 3-week class.
Well, 3 weeks is a long time,
Yeah,
even if it's just one day a week.
How hard is it to tell you how to put white stuff in a rubber nose?
I don't know, but I hope it's hard because I'm trying to get an interview with them. So
I know one of the guys.
Which one? Bobo or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
I don't know, JoJo, something like that.
And one of my favorite bartender drug dealers from the American Legion went there.
Yeah?
Yeah. He had a goatee like yours, and for the makeup to look right on him, he had to shave it.
That's why.
And then he came in one day, and I'm like, "What the hell happened to you?" And he goes, "Oh, I had to graduate clown school, and I had to shave my beard off so I look better with the makeup." I'm like, It didn't help.
I want to go there because they look like they're very friendly people,
Yeah,
and I think that it's nice. It's those little things like that that make
that's what makes us.
it makes Lake Placid. You know, I mean, there's so much beauty here in this little town.
Tons of murals and the
Yeah,
caladiums.
yeah. Check this out.
I'm not a big caladium fan.
I love them. I don't know why.
They look like a giant.
Because
weed.
I'm stupid. I don't know.
Well,
They look like little elephant ears. This is one I wrote last night. Or no, I didn't. I wrote this Sunday. Here you go.
There's a place where the caladiums bloom, where the sunsets paint the sky in hues. Lake Placid's calling a quiet tune, with a heart so warm you'll never lose. Lake Placid, Florida, my sweet escape. Muraled walls and crystal lakes, where the air smells like dreams in the making, and every step feels like a homecoming. Rolling fields to the citrus trees, to the art that whispers on the breeze. Each painted story tells a tale so true, of this little town where the old feels new. Lake Placid, Florida, my sweet escape. Muraled walls and crystal lakes, where the air smells like dreams in the making, and every step feels like a homecoming. Oh, the stars shine brighter here. In this haven, life feels clear with every ripple on the water's face. I find my heart in this sacred place. Lake Placid, Florida, my sweet escape. Muraled walls and crystal lakes, where the air smells like dreams in the making, and every step feels like a homecoming. So here I'll stay till my days are done, basking in the glow of the southern sun. Lake Placid, you've got my soul. Forever with you I'll be whole.
Hey man, that's good.
You could use that like a welcoming center song in the background.
Yes, they could.
That's what we say when it's not.
Oh, no, it's all you.
Nestled in the heart of Highlands, where the waters gleam, a little slice of heaven,
That's not important.
like a southern dream. Lake Placid whispers in the evening breeze, a painter's paradise with its towering trees. Oh, Lake Placid, you're my peace, my home. Mural walls and sunset skies where I've roamed. From your crystal lakes to your citrus bloom. Lake Placid, Florida, you lighten my gloom. Fishing boats drift under a golden sun, casting lines till the day is done. Murals tell stories of days gone by, in this artist haven beneath the big sky. Oh, Lake Placid, you're my peace, my home. Mural walls and sunset skies where I've roamed. From your crystal lakes to your citrus bloom. Lake Placid, Florida, you lighten my gloom. Every street corner holds a little surprise. Small town short under starry skies. The Colladian blooms, a colorful parade.
Just like you told me about
In Lake Placid's heart, sweet memories are made. Oh, Lake Placid, you're my peace, my home. Yellow walls and sunset skies where I've homed. From your crystal lakes to your citrus bloom. Lake Placid, Florida, you lighten my gloom. So here's to Lake Placid, a treasure so rare, with beauty and warmth beyond compare. A southern jewel in Florida's crown.
I gotta be.
Lake Placid, my heart, my hometown.
Yeah, but if they're all the same, then it gets kind of burring. We don't want it burring.
Squirrely.
We want our things straight up. But I do want your opinions on the songs. Look, I'm typically a poet, not a songwriter, and I'm a very good poet. I wrote a book in the early 2000s called The 5-Minute Muse. There's the squirrel again. And that's what I did. No one bought the book. At least I'm not a liar. I couldn't even get my family to buy the book. Like, yeah, you've been talking in rhymes all the time. You know? You've always been writing poetry since you was little.
Yeah, we didn't make the top 10 best looking guys list. We didn't make the top 10 book list.
I think that they just hadn't seen us because we don't get on camera enough. If they see how good looking we truly are,
There you go.
I mean, come on. You're the Lake Placid legend, by God. It's me, the obscure Ron. That I told Tony. I said I'm gonna get one of those El whatever Ocho wrestling masks.
Oh yeah.
I said I'm gonna get that and put it on, and that's gonna be my persona. And there's Tim just sitting out there. Tim's a good looking one in this bunch. I'm here to assure you. Ron, not so much. My nose goes right, left, right, left, left, right. My nose goes like a Marine marches. Left, right, sometimes right, left, skip. Make sure you get in tune. Go again, left, right. But, we're happy. I can still sometimes read out of it. And that's something. I got a nose that almost works, eyes that don't work, and
The rest of you kind of works.
yeah, sometimes. I mean, really. I told the doctor, I said, I think I have erectile dysfunction. And he said, well, how much do you drink every day? I said, I drink 3 drinks every day. That's all I drink, 3 drinks. And he said, well, that's nothing. I said, right.
You said try 6.
He said, wait a minute. What kind of drinks? I said, just bourbon and tea and lemon. Lemon because it's good for you.
Right.
And you don't want any carbs. So, that's why I drink bourbon. I'm worried about my health,
Yeah, that's all health food.
He goes, 3 drinks. You might have a problem. Old Tony says, those drinks are about, supersized McDonald's cups.
22-ounce cup. We ain't talking Dixie cup.
Yeah, I'm not red solo cupping this, son. Well, because I don't want it to get hot. You can fit.
Yeah.
You get. You don't buy these Stanley cups for nothing.
That's right.
You go. I have a friend. I know a girl, or knew a girl, that she bought a Stanley cup, a specific size, just because she could put a whole bottle of wine in it.
Oh my.
She had her friend airbrush Starbucks on the outside, so it looked like a Starbucks cup. She's out there walking through Home Depot, half shit faced. Her husband's out there going, "I'm not the guy this bitch home again." But you'd be amazed at how many women have gone to drinking wine so much that they're just basic complete alcohol.
They're just winos. They're not alcoholics.
Mm-mm. I used to think that too. I've watched them. I've watched them. Look at all the birds behind me.
Oh gosh.
That's doves. See, if they didn't make real life, we'd be having duck for breakfast right now.
There you go.
Because I got to go for that.
All right, we're going to check in with Katie. Hello, Katie.
So I wonder if people actually realized we weren't on the air yesterday. They're probably in the same position we were, just fat, full, and slept half the day. I actually did work yesterday. Come on, Ron, get back here. I want to tell you what I did. Must be getting more ice. I kind of like our original beer for breakfast song because that was unique too. Hey, I did some work yesterday.
What was that?
I built a like a kitchen cabinet top
yeah.
and put a sink in it.
And it didn't cost her a dime.
Not a nickel. She had everything in the shed. She has a 12 by 20 shed. Pretty good size shed. And it had shelving in it. You don't realize how much crap is in there.
Right.
She emptied it because she wanted to clean it and rearrange it because their son's moving back in, so she has to put more shit in there. She had her whole goddamn side lawn just full of stuff that was in that shed. I don't know how the hell she had it all packed in there where you could get in it.
I don't know, but she's got such a pretty. I'm hung up on her yard.
Oh yeah, the view is good.
Her house and
Much
her
as the
yard, the
house.
chickens. I'm just hung up on it. I only been there one time, spent 2 minutes there, and that's like it's encoded into my brain. I mean, I'm looking at it going, man, that's so pretty.
Yeah, it is a beautiful view.
She seems to hear you talk about it. She seems like a real nice lady.
Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah. So nice people are hard to find these days.
That's why you don't look.
Not in Lake Placid, of course.
You have to leave the house if you're going to meet any of them.
I've met people. I know that I'm really good friends with the Marissa at the Dollar General.
You know the guy in the liquor store,
No, but I know that
And the
nice
lady.
long-haired lady.
Dallas.
I always tell her, I walk in there, say, I buy a bottle of hooch, and she'll say, hi, how you doing? I'm like, my wife drinks. I don't know. I'm doing all right. I'm trying to
Keep her in her
trying to
supplies.
keep her supplies. She just laughs at me and goes, yeah, she don't drink. I'm like, yeah. I said, you know, it's my lie, let me tell
Right?
you.
When I go to the liquor store, it never fails. I'll go get my beer, and then I'll get home, and my wife will say, well, why didn't you tell me you were going there? Because I need a bottle of scotch. So I go right back. It reminds me of when I do plumbing. You think you bought everything you wanted,
Yeah.
and they always say, oh, well, good luck. Have a nice day. I said, I'll see you in 20 minutes. And sure enough.
Well, that's the last time I went to WW, not because I'm mad at them, but I was driving all the way from Venus, and I needed pipe insulation. You know, it looks like one of those little things you float around with in kids' pools.
Oh, yeah.
I needed some of that, and it said on the website WW had it. So I come all, Venus ain't, it's 9 miles.
Yeah.
And 9 miles for me, man.
Venus feels like a long ways away.
It does feel like a long ways. Anyway, so I come up there and I let him have it. I said, fuck this. It's on your website, dude. Now I've come up here and now I got to go all the way. That's what I was mad about. Is now I got to go all the way to Sebring.
Oh, I hate going to
But that's when I found that other.
Oh, yeah. One behind Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. See, you say behind Dunkin' Donuts, and I say the Tractor Supply Plaza. So that's why you confuse me when you give me these places, and I'm like, there's a Dunkin' Donuts here? Every time you say that, I'm like, there's a Dunkin'. Because I'm telling you, they put
it used to be a Burger King.
They're the Burger King anymore? They closed it?
They moved it across the way.
Oh.
But that used to be Burger King where the Dunkin' Donuts is.
When Burger King came out with that awesome Whopper or whatever, that fake hamburger meat, I stopped eating there because I don't know that they're not throwing me that shit.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you probably would.
Terrible.
They were like, you can get this Whopper free with an order of fries. And I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah, if you're willing to give it away, I
I
think
don't,
that'd
right,
be-
no, that's right. It's just a new item. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. I just want. I like their hamburger. I like their French fries. McDonald's used to have some really good French fries.
you know,
They used to cook them in. You all right?
Yeah.
They used to cook them in beef fat. Then they went to vegetable oil, and and this has been proven true. All of the vegetable oils, the canola oil, and all that.
Yeah.
That was invented for machinery.
Hmm.
All they did was refine it a couple of times to make it a little bit more clear, and then we cook with it.
made it prettier.
Yeah, so I cook. I try to cook with. I got coffee cans of pig fat everywhere.
My grandmother always had she called her lard bucket. It was a big coffee can.
Yep.
And anything that had grease, she just pour it in there. And when she'd cook an egg or something, she'd take a spatula and just throw a blop in there.
You can only use bacon, really.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to mix the two. But
She used everything.
chicken grease is good too. If you, I say chicken grease in one container, beef tallow, which is beef fat, in another container, and we don't. I don't know if it's just that I like it better, but I cook my bacon most of the time in the microwave because it gives it a really cool kind of texture, almost like the way when you get it this sandwich at Subway.
Yeah.
And they put that long. It doesn't shrink as much, and it's got a really good flavor.
Yeah.
And it, one time.
Not as big a mess on your stove either.
I'm sorry, Tony. One time, we was a new couple, and Tony says, "I'm gonna make you breakfast. You go down to the store and get a paper." So this was our Sunday. We would listen to NPR, click and clack on the radio, and read the paper and cook. But I'd usually do the cooking. And I come home and she's naked. She's naked cooking bacon.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm not speaking out of school when I say Tony's well endowed up at the top part. But all of a sudden, I'm walking in and I hear her scream, "Wow!" And I'm like, "Oh, what the hell?" She said, my nipple just went into bacon grease.
Oh, Jesus.
She leaned over to turn the oven down or the stove down. And when she did, that little nipple just kind of skeeved on that bacon. I said, "Well, it's seasoned now."
I bet you remembered that.
I bet you when she hears this tomorrow, or later, she's gonna laugh her ass off. Because our producer is smart, she's still asleep.
Or you'll be retracting.
No, yeah, for real. No, that she is not 300 pounds, but that did happen.
I bet that hurt.
I bet it did too. I don't know, but I learned. I used to when I would live in the barracks alone by myself. That's usually what alone means. I would. I had on base housing, and it wasn't a house; it was a hotel room because I wasn't just some little enlisted scum anymore. I'd made it to the big time, and they came in and cleaned your room every morning, just like a hotel. But I didn't like that. I like to clean my own place and cook my own food in there, and they let you cook your own food in there. And that's the day that I found out that if you can clean your house in the nude, but you can't cook bacon in the nude because it pops on your testes. And that's a good thing. That the thing I learned, I should have warned Tony about that in the first place. But yeah, this is the fun time of the day when we just try to figure out what me and Tim are going to do today. Tim's not been feeling too good. He's got a stomach flu, I think, and I mean, even the legends get the stomach flu. But yeah, we like to know what's going on. But any of you guys, what are your plans? And we're not just Lake Placid. We talk trash about Clewiston too, because that's just what we do. And let's see if anybody's going fishing today. I'm checking my poll. 100% says no, they're not going fishing today. Well, that's a shame. I'm gonna. But it's different for me. All I got to do is walk 100 feet at the most. Tim says it's not even 100 feet. It's only about 30. But, it's way down there. But, yeah, so we're trying to figure out, because I wrote a new song for us for our morning show, and I want to know if y'all like it. But Tim is coming back, so I can't play it again. He might not like it as much as I do. But, I like it just fine.
Here's your advice for the week.
What?
Do not drink Ambisol 3 days in a row.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
It bothers your stomach.
I wouldn't. I would already be drinking Pepto-Bismol.
That's one thing. If I have an upset stomach, take one sip of that, and I'll be over my upset stomach.
Real quick,
It makes me sick.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Tony drinks a lot of it, but you got to be careful. If you take too much Pepto-Bismol, you won't poop for 2 days. And that's not medical advice, YouTube. I don't give medical advice. I'm just telling you how things I have experienced.
That'd be factual. Same thing with pain pills. You eat pain pills for any length of time, and that'll bind you up.
Well, you gotta know that. Yeah. We talked about that off the air the other day, and we'll leave that conversation off the
Yeah.
air. Because that's why that South Park episode was so funny that time. But it's amazing. I mean, imagine people now. I mean, when I was a kid, you went to the doctor and the doctor told you what you needed.
Right.
Nowadays, because of all these prescription commercials and all these drug companies,
Oh, you go tell them.
you go tell the doctor what you need. What kind of shit is that? And I mean,
there's a doctor in town here. He used to be a lot easier to manipulate, but he got in some trouble for over prescribing drugs. And I used to walk in there and just say, well, how about I need this drug? And you go, oh, yeah, all right. And I said, do you think that'll have a problem with any of the other ones? He goes, well, what other ones do you take? And I'm like, well, dude, you're the one who prescribes them. You ought to know.
Well, I had gotten to that with my doctor, too, with my cardiologist. She said, did you bring the list with you? And I'm like, lady, it's all right there on that laptop.
Yeah.
All of my medical files are right there on your laptop. So why do I have to? I don't know. I can't pronounce them shits anyway. And I went to pharmacy school, for God's sake. I can't pronounce that shit.
I take the sheet they give you for the summary after you're in the hospital for something.
Yeah.
And it says every drug that you have and the milligrams and everything, so you don't have to remember them or carry the giant Ziploc full of pills.
Well, that's what Tony suggests. But I'll look. I don't like going anyway, but I pay them.
Yeah,
I pay them
for it.
You got it on your. Go ahead and hit enter and go to files. You know what you prescribed me.
Yeah, my regular doctor, that's what she does. And then she says, are you still taking this? Are you still taking that? I go, what's it for? Because I got many medicines.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, that's your blood pressure one. It's like, oh, yeah, I take that. Then she'll list off the name of another one. Well, what's that one do? She goes, that's your happy pill. I said, oh, yeah, I take that.
I don't I try to remember to take my blood pressure medicine every morning, but since we started this show, I started trying to take it after the show because I'm pissed enough as it is because I take one at night.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, I piss like a racehorse because I had congestive heart failure, and they're so worried about my heart doing that again and swelling up and all that water getting around it again. They've got me on diuretics.
Oh, yeah.
I could hear water running. I run out of run to the bathroom. Matter of fact, this is no joke. It takes me 2 peas to make a pot of coffee. I fill the pot up and set it down, and oh God, because as soon as the water came on the sink, I gotta go. And then I had him. I said, check my prostate. Maybe my prostate's swollen. And the doctor says, no, you take 16 diuretics. That's what the problem is. Maybe if I was before they released me from the hospital, the cardiologist said I was gonna have my wife sneak me a cup of coffee. And sorry. Because I almost feel like I'm a prisoner when I'm in the hospital. I've only been once in the last 35 years, so that tells you something.
You ain't missing much.
But I was there for 14 days. But anyway.
The food's a lot better now.
Yeah, it was good, pretty good. I liked it. I didn't have any problem with it. I lost a lot of weight, and I was so proud of that. And then Tony said, "You know, that was water weight. You had almost 15 gallons of water in it one day."
Yeah. Yeah, Chum Bucket, he just had a heart incident. It was the same thing, congestive heart failure, because he had water,
Yeah.
and they gave him diuretics, and they won't even let him drink more than 2 cups of coffee in a day and limit his water intake even. So he says to me, "Wow, it's been a week and a half and I've lost 12 pounds." I says, "Yeah, because you ain't got no water in you." I says,
You pissing
"Water's
all that
7 pounds a gallon."
Um, he told me because I had a cup like yours full of coffee, just coffee, and I like that. I like my coffee like I like my women, big, black, and strong. And I had that coffee up there, and he says, "Well, 32 ounces a day." I said, "Oh no, I can't." I said, "You kidding me?" I said, "I drink 2 pots of coffee every morning before I even get out of bed. Hardly, I literally do."
When I worked for the car dealer, we drank probably 25, 30 cups of coffee out of that crappy machine.
No, mine was good, but the doctor said, "No, I mean 35 ounces all day. That's all they." Said, "Yeah, that's not going to work for me." I said, "What you're trying to do is get me in trouble because that means I'm just going to do 12 shots a day when I start my day. I'm just going to, I
If I
can't."
got to limit my liquids, this is
Right.
going to be the one I pick.
I can let go of the coffee, but I'm not. But that was my problem is I wasn't getting, I was literally drowning from the inside out
Mhm.
and I was dehydrated at the same time.
Isn't that weird?
Yep. He said, your biggest problem is you're dehydrated. I said, how can I be? I can't stop pissing. He said, well, you can't stop pissing because I would drink probably a gallon of water a day or lemonade without boozing it or anything because I always stayed hydrated.
Right?
And then and like I said, I don't drink. I mean, a bottle will last me a week, and that's pretty good for me. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, for most people, people that I know, a bottle don't last them day, 2 days, 3 days. I know people that but they're power drinkers. You
Yeah.
know,
I was
they're
drinking a
professionals.
big bottle of vodka every 2 days.
The family size.
Yeah, like your Jim Beam one up there. That's
Oh yeah.
a handle.
Hmm. You know you're doing something right when it comes with a handle. Glass.
Glass bottle with a handle.
Yeah, because they don't want you to drop it. Oh man.
That's on the expensive price.
Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you my? We were at Skydive Placa, and I was walking out. We were all the owner and this girl from Trinidad, Tasha, my wife, and little Ralph, the poor guy that killed himself, but hell of a skydive, great at it. But everybody was drinking a beer, and I don't like beer much, so I just had a bottle of Captain Morgan's, and we're walking down the airstrip, and that bottle slipped from my jacket because it was cold, and it busted on that airfield. Oh. Hey, look, the problem is not that I lost the liquor. The problem is you got to stay out there all night long sweeping that up because all it takes is one of those planes that hit that glass and get a flat tire,
Oh yeah.
and you got a plane crash.
Yeah, that's a problem with it. Airplane,
The only time,
when they crash bad.
the only time that I was ever in trouble. Well, no, that's not the only time. There's something. It's called when you do they would take us up in the otter big enough to do a 30-second free fall. And what we would do is to go down to fall faster. Once the chute deployed,
Yeah.
we would pull the middle strings up. And
So it kind of fold in.
well, no, yeah, it does. We called it Mae Westing. So
Yeah.
because you remember Mae West has those big titties like that was always sticking. Mae West, the actress,
Right.
So we would do a Mae West, and finally, the owner came out and said, "Y'all are fucking my liability up. I don't care if you pack these chutes for these people or not. You guys do that again, and you're fucking out of here."
Yeah.
So we had him going and dropping us off at the field over, and we had people who would pick us up and drive us back because it was just we're paying it. I mean, well, we weren't paying for it either. That's a lie. we would pack chutes and rigs. We do the rigs, and as long as nobody died that day, we got to go to the show for free.
Bonus.
Yeah.
That's why I don't jump out of airplanes.
That's why my wife doesn't let me do it anymore.
I wonder what the liability for the guy who does takes you up and all that.
Pretty high.
He must pay outrageous fees.
It's pretty high. I don't remember. But we had talked about it back in the 90s. We talked about it because there was another jump zone that was trying to sell their. These are crappy planes. First of all, right? So here's how this works in real life.
Well, at least you had the parachute with you.
Well, here's what they do in real life. They recalibrate them to where they'll run off of unleaded fuel. So when you get up there, and I'm scared to jump out of the plane on your first time, well, as soon as you hit about 3,500 feet, the plane starts going.
Like, I'm first.
And then he'll hit the propeller and turn the propeller off.
Oh, geez.
And then he'll say, "Oh no," and he'll try to start it, and because the gas is so shitty,
Yeah.
because it's not supposed to run over that, because the altitude changes,
Right.
and the plane won't start. Then everyone's like, "Okay, I'll jump." He's like, "Okay, well, I'm going first." The pilot would always say, "I'm going first," and they're like, "Fuck that!" So then they would just fly out, and they were already hooked up. They were hooked up to a static line anyway, so it's not like they were gonna have to pull the chute. And they would jump, and that's how we got most of them out. And then we would say, "Okay, take us up as high as you can go and let us go." It was. It's fun it's fun. I miss doing it, but even though you do land easy, all it takes is that one bad landing, and then I'm crippled for life again. And I just got fixed up from that shit. So
you probably remember those few rough ones.
I remember every one of them. I remember landing in a tree.
Oh, geez.
With a stick damn near giving me a prostate exam, a limb. I remember that. I remember. And, even with a square chute, you can steer them.
Yeah. But
that wind takes you where that wind really wants to go. I mean, I don't care if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger up there filling them. You go where it wants you to go. I don't give a shit.
The wind kicks you left, you're going left.
You're going. And it will take you, and it'll take you far. But I've seen people land in power lines and not get shocked by the grace of God.
Really?
And I watched Scott Smith fall to the ground and die on his birthday.
Oh, lovely.
And that's not the only one. I saw a guy fall with his reserve didn't open in Clewiston. But I was just there. I wasn't on the jump zone that day. I was just there watching. And these people, in the last 5 years, there's been quite a few incidents where people died skydiving. Just because they got popular again, and then what they do is they try to rush the people through, and they don't have quality chute. They don't have quality rigging. You got to rig that chute right, and they hire anybody.
And your life kind of depends on
that.
They
They teach them. They say, "Here's your 15-hour course." Okay, well, yeah, I'm. The military gave me a lot more than 15 hours, and I'll be packing my own. Thank you. You have a good day.
Hey, you got more than 15 hours training just to learn to drive a car.
Here's my logbook. Right. Here's my logbook. You read my logbook. It tells you everything I did in the air, buddy. I am not doing it. No, I'm scared of these. That's all I need is some hippie with her septum pierced with a big old, looks like a bull ring sticking out of her nose and purple hair going, "Oh, he looks like a Trump voter." I'll pack his chute for him. Really nice. We'll use spaghetti. Fuck you. I even pack my own reserve. But when my friends would know how to rig their own chutes and let me do it.
I'd won about 4 reserves. That's how much I'd trust falling out of an airplane. Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough. First of all, I'm scared to death of heights. So if I just looked out the door, I'd either pass out or have a heart attack and die right there.
I'm scared of heights too, but it's amazing when because once that chute deploys, it's like you're just sitting still. It's I mean, not at my weight with the size chute I had. If I'd have got the one that I was supposed to have,
right.
But I didn't want that one because I wanted to go fast. Yeah, because I'm retarded. I wanted to go faster. But if I had one that was for my size, I'd be up there for 15 minutes just enjoying myself. And and you look around and you see things, but when immediately when you've blown off course, you're like, "Oh, this is not good." This is not going to end well.
Gonna be a long walk.
Yeah. But sometimes they'll follow you. And that you've got a spot.
Yeah, taste
But,
rough and all
and
that.
you're, they tell you to aim for a cornfield or something that's not, because there's power lines everywhere. You do not want to get wrapped up in a power line.
Avoid the trees and the power lines.
Try to avoid the trees. At least if you follow the power line, you'll probably die.
Yeah.
If you fall in a tree, you probably won't die. You'll just probably wish you did. You get scratched up and
Poke holes in you.
big holes. Man, we're not talking about splinters from cutting a piece of 2x4. We're talking about they'll go in you, and they go in you pretty good before they break.
Well, you're coming down at a couple 100 miles an hour.
Oh no, I mean even when your chute's open. No, well yeah, when I landed in a tree, I had a full deploy. I had full canopy. But I couldn't steer it properly. And I've jumped out of a couple of round shoots. You do not want to do that ever in your life, ever, 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 ever.
Then you're at the mercy of the wind because there ain't no steering.
There really isn't. I mean, there's people that I know that can kind of guide them.
It just stops.
I wasn't that guy. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, no, y'all have that. Y'all have that, man. I'm done with that shit. But it's time for us to end the show.
Good. I'm not feeling that great.
No, I'm gonna play my newest doohickey song, and y'all have a good day. I'll be back later.
Well, it's 7:10 in the morning, and the screen's lit bright. Two guys from Lake Placid, they're the start of your daylight. Tim's got the tools and Ron's got the tails, talking wrenches, fishing rods, and beer by the pails. It's the beer for breakfast, the only way to go. With two-man Tim and obscure Ron, you know you'll love the show. Grab a coffee, crack a brew, and pull up a chair. They'll fix your eye, crack a joke, and talk about fresh air. Tim's the legend of the toolbox, fixing anything that's broke. Ron's got the quirks and the laughs, keeps us all in the joke. From auto hacks to fishing facts, they're the kings of YouTube land. With a morning vibe and a can of beer, you'll always understand. It's the beer for breakfast, the only way to go. With two-man Tim and obscure Ron, you know you'll love the show. Grab a coffee, crack a brew, and pull up a chair. They'll fix your eye, crack a joke, and talk about fresh air. From socket sets to story bets, they're rough and they're real. Small engine dreams and hunting schemes, they've got that manly appeal. You might learn a trick or two, or laugh so hard you cry. With the Lake Placid legends, the morning just flies by. It's the beer for breakfast, the only way to go. With Toolman Tim and Obscure Ron, you know you'll love the show. From Lake Placid to your screen, they're the dudes to see. So crack a beer, tune in here, it's the way morning should be. Alright Ron, pass me that socket wrench and don't spill the beer. You gotta earn this one. Tell me what about the gator again.
It's got it for us. Y'all have a good day.